Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing Static X, and we're going to start with their 1999 debut, Wisconsin Death Trip. This is going to the bottom of perfection. Great opener with Push It, I'm with Stupid, Bullet for Days, Love Dump, I Am, Articulation, Stem is great. Now, Sweat of the Bud, this is the only track that's a 9. Because I do feel like Fitz is kind of Sweat of the Bud 2.0. So Fitz is a 10, same with Wakatsu Death Trip, The Trance is the Motion. December, that one takes a lot of like rave influence and like a lot of dance music influence, honestly. That one surprised me. I did not expect December to close like that, honestly. Very interesting track right there. A great deep cut that I would recommend everyone check out. But next up though, we got Machine. This is going to fantastic. So solid opener with the instrumental Bien Bendos. But then we get into the highlight stuff of Get to the Gone, Permanence, Black and White, This Is Not, a Stego Undead, Cold, Structural Defect in a Bag, Burn to Burn, Machine. But now we have the one problem with the closer. This closer is not as strong as December. A Dios Alma Pure, Perdida. Perdida. This one's like a 9, and unfortunately, it doesn't have like a same as the what like that really frantic, fast energy of Wisconsin Death Trip. So it's got more muscle. Honestly, it's a little bit more of a muscly and metallic album, but it kind of lacks some of the more catchy moments of Wisconsin Death Trip, which is why I put it at fantastic instead of perfection. But next up is Shadow Zone. And this may be a very potentially hot take, honestly, but I actually put this above Machine and Fantastic. I honestly love the opener Destroy All. Control It, it's great. New Pain is a 9, but then we pick it right back up with the title track, Dead World, Monster, The Only, Kill Your Idols, All in Wait, Austic Ostigoelectric? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. So and Transmission and Invincible. Very great album. Very catchy album. This one kind of leans back even farther on the brutality, but honestly increases the melodic fare and the catchiness of it. I actually really love this album, but that might not be entirely fair because I have a lot of nostalgia for this album too, so go figure, but I stand by my opinion on that one. But next up is Start a War. This is going to the top of great. Fantastic opener with the enemy. 10 out of 10 track. I'm the One is a 9. Start a War is a 10. Pieces, unfortunately, is an 8. Same with Dirt House. Skinny Man is a 9. Just in Case is an 8. Set It Off is a 9. I Want to Fucking Break It is a 10, though. Night Terrors is an 8. Probably my least favorite track on this album is Night Terrors. Ostico Amigo is a 9. The same with, I think My Damnation was an 8. And same with Brain Fog. Not a bad album. Still pretty damn good album. The one track I would recommend you guys check out from here, or guys, gals, and everybody else check out from here, is I Want to Fucking Break It. But that's kind of like the one track I would recommend. That and the enemy and the title track. Those are the three tracks I recommend you check out. Outside of that, give this album a listen. It's still worth a listen. It's just not as good as their previous material. But next up, we have Cannibal. This is actually my favorite Static X album. This is going to the tippy top of perfection. And let me tell you this right now. I did not expect for this to be at the tippy top of perfection. But 10 out of 10 opener with Cannibal. Then you got No Submission. You got Behemoth, Chemical Logic, Destroyer, 40 Ways, Chromomatic, Cut You Up, Reptile, Electric Pulse, Goat, Team Hate. This whole album, from beginning to end, is a 10 out of 10. 5 out of 5 album. I love this album from beginning to end. Like, that's the thing about Wisconsin Death Trip, Machine, and Shadow Zone. They're all like 4.5 out of 5s. Like, strong 4.5 out of 5s, mind you. But this one is the first 5 out of 5 we got. This is a 10 out of 10 album. Seriously, check out Cannibal. If you take nothing else from my video, please check out Cannibal. But next up, we have Start a War. And unfortunately, this is going to okay. Don't get me wrong, this is not a bad album by any stretch of the imagination. It just feels like they're kind of on autopilot a little bit. Decent sits for Lunatic, the openers, same with Z28 and Terminal, and Hyper and Terrafield. Stingray is a strong sits. Then we get back to decent sits with UMI and Isolate. Nocturnally, Scanned is a strong sits, but then Grind to Hold is a decent sits. This album's just okay. It's not bad by any means. It's just one of those albums that kind of leaves your brain about like an hour, maybe an hour and a half after you hear it, unfortunately. Sorry, y'all. And I'm also sorry. Also, rest in peace, Wayne Static, because this was the last thing he worked on before he sadly accidentally overdosed. So, rest in peace to Wayne Static, man. You were a great vocalist, a great guitarist, and you made some really killer tunes, honestly. I just wish that Cannibal was your last album and not this, but what are you gonna do? Dude, at least he ended things on a solid note. Good for Wayne. Like, don't clap for Wayne, just clap for Wayne. But next up, we have Project Regeneration. This is going to great. Right behind Start a War. Solid opener with Regeneration. Hollow is an 8, same with Worth Dying For, and Terminator Oscillator. And with all these years, Accelerate is also a decent 8. Bring You Down is an 8. My Destruction's a 9. Same with Something of My Own is an 8. Ostigo Placebo is a 9. Follow is an 8, and same with Dead Souls. This is a pretty good album. It's kind of calling back to like Wisconsin, but I also hear a lot of like Machine influence in this one as well, honestly. And maybe even a touch of like Start a War too. Like, I would say this is more of a combination of like Machine and Start a War more than Wisconsin Death Trip, even though they do make some callbacks to Wisconsin Death Trip. But next up we have Project Regeneration Volume 2. This is a slight step down from Volume 1. It's going to good. Great opener, honestly, with Stay Alive. I believe this track in particular is actually, I believe, about Wayne's pill addiction at the time that he had, and it is a very sad track. I just wish, like, musically it was a little bit more interesting, but the lyrics are fantastic. So 8 out of 10. Zombies an 8. Same with Jigbo and Black Star and Kamikaze, and No Hope and Take Control and Tone. And Run for Your Life is like a strong 8. Dark Place is an 8. Disco Ostigo is an 8. From Heaven is a 7. And they also did a cover of Terrible Lie by Nine Inch Nails. And unfortunately, that cover is not as strong as the original. The cover kind of just makes me want to listen to the original. So I have to give that a 7, unfortunately. But that's my Static X tier list. We go Cannibal, Wisconsin Death Trip, Shadow Zone, Machine, Start a War, Project Regeneration Volume 1, Project Regeneration Volume 2, and then Cult of Static. That should do it. Drop your own Static X rankings in the comments below, and also tell me your favorite Static X songs. I'll tell you my favorite Static X songs right now. It's probably Push It, I'm with Stupid, Cannibal, Chromomatic, and Behemoth. I also love The Only, too. Consider that an honorable mention. But yeah, fantastic tier list. I love this thing. from beginning to end. I think I nailed it on this time. But if you disagree, drop it in the comments below. Tell me what your favorite Static Ants album is. But that should do it. I hope all of you have a great day, a great weekend, and a great week. I will see all of you next week. Take care, everyone. I will see all of you next time.